Online, I don't need money. I have $9. Your business is alright.
I'd inherited my grandfather's lake cabin 5 years ago, a modest A-frame tucked between towering pines, where I'd spent every childhood summer learning to fish and skip stones. The place held memories more valuable than any property assessment could quantify. I visited monthly, kept it immaculate, and paid my property taxes without fail. What I didn't know was that the new HOA president, Marcus Bellingham, had been sending fee notices to an outdated mailing address, then marking me as delinquent when I never responded. I arrived one crisp October morning to find nothing but a concrete foundation and debris. My cabin, gone, demolished. A neighbor informed me the HOA had authorized its removal just 3 days prior for chronic non-payment and abandonment. I stood there trembling, not from fear, but from a cold fury I'd rarely felt. Marcus had apparently pushed through an emergency vote claiming the structure was an eyesore and safety hazard, conveniently scheduling the demolition when most residents were away for the season. He'd purchased the adjacent lot months earlier and had been eyeing an expansion of his own property line. What Marcus didn't know was that my entire family worked for the Department of Justice. My mother was a federal prosecutor specializing in fraud. My brother handled civil rights violations. My sister worked in the Consumer Protection Branch. I made a single phone call that evening. Within a week, federal investigators were examining the HOA's financial records, discovering that Marcus had been systematically inflating fees and pocketing the difference through a shell company. The unauthorized demolition violated multiple state laws, and his failure to provide proper notice constituted willful property destruction. My mother's colleagues uncovered that he'd pulled the same scheme in 2 other states before moving here. The lawsuit was swift and merciless. Marcus lost everything: his properties, his fraudulent earnings, and eventually his freedom when criminal charges followed. The HOA was dissolved and reformed under proper oversight. I received a settlement that could have built 10 cabins, but money couldn't restore what was lost. Instead, I used the funds to establish a legal aid clinic helping homeowners fight predatory HOAs. I rebuilt the cabin exactly as it was, down to the crooked windowsill where Grandpa had carved his initials. Some people learn too late that destroying what others love has consequences, especially when you've underestimated exactly who you're dealing with.